Tonight, Dennis becomes a children's show presenter. Davis blinks at a normal rate. And fashion icon Steven Suptic is spotted wearing Crocs. Only on the Davis and Dennis show. Hello, thank you. There's nobody there. Anyway, welcome to the penultimate Davis and Dennis show of this season. Yeah, I think that this experiment hasn't been the worst, so we might decide to pick it up again sometime in the new year. Oh, exciting. Anyway, on the videos coming out this week, we accuse Dan and Phil of plagiarism in the internet news. Ooh. We find out who's the top earning YouTubers of 2017. And we try to recreate the most popular memes of the year past. Oh dear. Oh dear indeed. But before we get to all of that, here's a word from our sponsor, bananas! A fruit that is both a pleasure to hold and comes in many sizes. Buy one from a man near you. And did you say buy some to pleasure myself with? Or did I say that out loud? Anyway, let's get to the internet news. Hi internet, and welcome to the penultimate internet news of the season. Yep, Christmas is almost here, but that doesn't mean we're slacking off just because we're Asian and we don't really celebrate Christmas and all that. Oh, I thought that you were going to say something a bit more inspirational than that. A bit like, despite your subfeeds being inundated with Vlogmas videos, we have decided to add to that pile of garbage with our own brand of mediocre content. Oh yes, that really does fill me with determination. Anyway, so should we get to the news? Well, that's what we're here for, so let's get to it. So it seems like that everybody really enjoyed YouTube Rewind this year. Yeah, YouTubers definitely didn't flock in their hundreds to complain about how only Vine refugees were the only ones to be featured, how they were treated terribly on set, and how the video itself was rather problematic. In fact, parody YouTube Rewinds are among the most popular trending videos of last week, while we weren't exactly the largest fans of this year's Rewind video either. As we saw in our What last week, what is indisputable is that the only YouTuber that YouTube actually cares about is Stephen Colbert. Now, back to Dan and Phil news. Yep, to be honest, there isn't all that much to talk about, but as half of our viewers, like us, are obsessed with the fandom, we feel obliged to cover whatever crumbs of news there might be. Well, after the success of Phil Is Not On Fire 9, which has now accumulated over 2.5 million views, Dan and Phil have released a new video on the Amazing Phil channel, and it is a Crunchyroll sponsored video that compares UK school lunches with those from Japan. I think you can guess which country won. In fact, judging by how they reacted to that bento box, I wouldn't be surprised if this was their next video. However, many people across the globe have pointed out, by which I mean only myself, the format is startlingly similar to Evan Edinger's videos, where he compares one aspect of one country to another, as you can see in the screenshot, where they're all doing their startlingly good impressions of Asian people. Yep, our eyes really are that small. Back to the issue of Vine refugees. It appears that we don't need to build a giant firewall to keep them out of our sacred YouTube land, as Vine co-founder Dan Hoffman this week confirmed that Vine is coming back early next year after a short beta test. Extremely legit news website with the unicorns has kindly released a how-to guide for Dan himself, who I'm sure is very thankful. Yes, in other news, I've found another story, and what I've discovered will shock you. No, really. Jay Swingler, who you may recall as the guy who spent £40,000 on Pokemon cards, has decided to poke his head inside a microwave and then pour cement in it. Yep, he's a bright one, that lad. The Register UK, however, were not impressed. but at least the fire service who freed him were a little more apologetic. Oh wait, actually no, they were actually seriously unimpressed. But at least he did the right thing and apologised for his wastage of the emergency services time. Oh wait, that's not quite right either. Honestly, this guy is so stupid that I wouldn't be surprised if he glued his head inside a toilet seat with a hot glue gun. Oh wait, he's done that as well. In some more distressing news, KSI has made a new video where he claims to buy a solid gold iPhone 10 in Dubai. But of course all he actually did was go to a store and ask to see it. Well, some people may disapprove, seeing the number of views he has gotten. It's inspired me to change our content for the better. Coming next year, expect videos like buying the 24 karat gold iPhone 11 on Mars, driving a Lamborghini on the moon, and how I bought the sun. Yep, I'm sure we'll finally gain a few subscribers with videos like those. But in other news, We the Unicorns has launched another extremely useful guide. Yep, they've decided that a step-by-step guide showing us how to use the Best 9 Instagram website would be useful for their audience. The steps are: 1. Make sure that you have a public Instagram account. 2. Visit the Best of 9 of 2017 website. 3. Insert your Instagram handle. And 4. Save and share. Wow, thanks so much. I don't know how I would have done it without you, We the Unicorns. I mean, if I wanted to know how to use the world's simplest website, I could have just googled it. Personally, I would have used Bing. Anyway, we have to dedicate a few seconds to Charles Green, aka Angry Grandpa, who died from cancer last Saturday, age 67. Last Sunday, age 67, with almost 3.5 million subscribers, his audience loved his wild antics, innovative pranks, and kind spirit. May your videos live on forevermore. Indeed. And moving on to something a little less pressing, but is perhaps the most shocking news story of the week. Stephen Suptic of Sugar Pine 7, who is known for classic looks like this, and, well, this, has been spotted wearing something unspeakably awful. In the video Secret Santa, launched on Tuesday, Stephen is spotted wearing a pair of Crocs. Yep, Crocs. Yikes! Is this going to start a hashtag boycott Sugar Pine 7 campaign? Well, it appears that nobody else has noticed, so no, I suppose not. Yikes, indeed, I think I would prefer it if he was discovered abusing women or even molesting a child. At least it would conform to what I expect of male entertainers these days. Yes, and what was your favourite story this week? Do you use Google or are you weird and use Bing? Tell us in the comments below. And on that note, that was the Internet News. Anyway, do you feel that dying is the most effective way to spruce up your channel? I mean, if the media catch on to it, then boom! Here are 1 million views. Yeah, but they'll be subscribing to a dead channel, quite literally. Anyway, join us later for our On What segments, where we take a look at the top earning YouTubers of the year. Is PewDiePie still in top spot? Subscribe and turn on notifications to make sure that you don't miss out. Goodbye.